risk. Yeah, we'll look at the Savage video in a minute. First thing I want to go ahead and talk a little bit more about this real quick. This is a huge risk that this is taking, and a huge divergence from what they have been doing previously. Because ever since like, for a long time, the way Blizzard gets people to play their new content is they over-incentivize it. Like, that's exactly what it is. Yeah, they just over-incentivize the content, and that's all there is to it. This could be an actual alt-friendly expansion. People think hardcore is pointless and worthless grinds to do is something useless. Well, I mean, hardcore means something different for everybody. Honestly, Shadowlands does seem good. Let's see here. Sure, Covenants are a problem, but it seems like more of 2 steps forward and 1 step backward thing. Listen, if Shadowlands takes 2 steps forward and 1 step back, I'll consider that an overall fucking positive. Like, the Covenant issue is going to be a problem. I'm not excited about Covenants at all. I think they're going to be a piece of shit whenever you talk about player power. And I think that we haven't even seen the surface of that because the raid testing, or sorry, the class testing hasn't really come out. The game hasn't come out. So we don't know what it's actually going to look like finalized. I'm pretty sure there's going to be massive discrepancies. It's going to make the game less fun for people that are playing the classes that don't have the discrepancies. But we'll have to find out. I have no idea, dude. BFA took 3 steps backwards and that's it. BFA took 3 steps backwards and then it tripped and it fell over. That's basically what happened. And then WAD, you know, like that's, you know, it's WAD. I mean, what do you want me to say? Yeah, that's what happened with BFA. And obviously, I don't really feel like a lot of these things are necessarily like great in terms of. You know, like the Covenant abilities, or like this kind of stuff. I don't think they're great, but they are interesting and they're cool. And I think that the sad thing about the Covenant stuff is that I wish that I could use all of the Covenant abilities. I want to be able to use all these abilities with my class. I want to be able to play my class at a higher level. Like, I used to look forward to, like, every expansion release, hoping that Warriors would get, you know, some other cool ability. Like, whenever I saw Blade Storm got announced, and then they announced Titan's Grip in the same fucking expansion. Oh, dude! That was it! That was fucking awesome! Like, every fucking expansion you had, like, new abilities and new things to look forward to. And it feels like now it's almost like you have new things to look forward to losing. So I am glad that they're adding a lot of new things with Shadowlands here. It's awesome. But I just would like to be able to use all of them. That's the way that I see it, man. There are literally talents locked for no reason. Exactly, man. Those were fun before. I don't think that really made them fun. It was okay. So you want to be an angel vampire? You're not a vampire, or you're not an angel if you're allied with the Kyrian. You're not either one of them. You're not a Kyrian because you're in the Kyrian Covenant. That's not the way that it works. How about unlocking Covenant abilities like you unlock essences? I'd love to see that. I think that'd be fucking great. I'd like to see plenty of different things like that. But, you know, who the fuck knows? I have no idea. Give me 1 second. And let's see, Druids. Do you know anything about the Druids in Shadowlands? I have no fucking idea about the Druids in Shadowlands. What do you think about single-minded Fury coming back to Fury Warrior? I think that's, I mean, like, I think it's good for all the warriors to have erectile dysfunction. You know, they'll have different sized weapons to actually make them feel less emasculated.
I have been working on what Savage has called an Luther's Gathering, okay, of Red Paladins.
This is a support for Red Paladins! Come on, man!
Dude, I'm telling you, dude, we are in such a bad position, man. We have no clue.
Alright, so we'll look at the Savix video and we'll see what he's got to say. Because Savix is saying that he's actually quitting his Red Paladin.
Gentlemen, we're about to make a video today. EDW.
Yeah, they're pretty annoying. Oh, he can't play his character. That's good. That's one of the fun parts of the game. Wow, look at this. Oh, wow. Look, he's running around. Oh, that's perfect. Wait, oh, this is BFA? This is from Shadowlands? Oh no!
This is why I don't play my red.
Oh my god.
What is this?
He can't even move. He's just slowed. Hey guys, it comes out in 2 months.
Free shield, freedom myself.
It's coming out in 2
Why
months,
is
guys.
Warlock of Perma slow?
Yeah, they gave him the Perma Slow from the, you got it, dog. Alright, that's you, dude. That's all you.
Tilted, but
Oh no, he's charging his shield again.
in this video, what I'm gonna do is
Oh no. Oh, there's his debuff.
I'm on a mouse. I'm literally on a mouse.
What's he doing? The Warlock just went.
game?
Oh no. Savage, this is a rank 1 player, by the way.
Suck.
This is a rank 1 player. I don't know who this Warlock is. Maybe he's rank 1 too.
You're not even touching me and I'm dying.
Oh, he teleported
Feel good
around.
about your class.
Oh no.
Come on,
Are
Blue.
Warlocks still OP? Because they're Warlocks. They're always OP. Wizards never really know how to
Yeah,
balance
I
Warlocks.
said I was sleepy. I'm not sleepy anymore.
Uh-oh, he's gonna win.
I'm fully awake.
He's gonna win.
This is my Water Glory heal. Wow, Water Glory heals so much.
Savage is gonna win, dude. This is Arena, by the way. This is how Arena works, right here.
This is so dumb, dude.
Yeah, it is.
This
It
is why I don't play red.
Oh no, he slowed
dude.
him.
Popping wings, bitch.
Okay, there it is.
Juice.
And it doesn't even matter. So he gets horrified right there, and he's gonna reapply the slow right there.
Healing myself.
Oh, he's just dying through the dots.
This is wings heal, by the way.
He's dying through the dots. He's dead.
Here.
He's dead.
Come on, baby.
There it is,
So
dude.
today's video.
So I wanted to announce another announcement here, guys. Is that I am going to be changing my main. My main is going to be in Shadowlands. Actually, it's going to be a Warlock. I decided that, you know, after a long time, I've played the same character, and I think that it might be just about time to really switch things up and try something different, guys. It really makes a lot of sense, and based off of the current climate, and I think it's the right decision.
I'm going to play 5 games on my Red Paladin that I made for 15 years. Then I'm going to play 5 games on my Rogue that I recently got back. It's been a while, but I just want to show you the difference and how bad reds are.
To me, it doesn't make sense because, like, you want to go with, like, an RP reason. The whole point of, like, a paladin is, like, you know, the law, the justice, the vengeance, that, right? And so, those are supposed to be things that can't be stopped. Like, they're always coming for you.
That's so stupid. Why would he say that? They can't be stopped or controlled? What do you man? What about the Lich King? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
You can't, you know, evade the law or justice or whatever.
Yeah, you
You know
can.
what I mean?
Have you seen the protests?
In reality, we just
Yeah,
they look easily controlled pieces of shit on the paladin.
yeah, that's what you get, dude. So
It
wait,
just doesn't make sense.
is this why McConnell is playing New World? I mean, this is why he's playing New World here. Is because rats are this fucking bad. There's like no hope. Yes. Oh, it's the same guy.
While I'm on my red, let me just complain a little bit more, yeah?
Okay.
Good.
Oh
So people are
no.
like, yeah, we
It's a
have
warlock.
auras. Let's start off with that.
I think having the paladin auras again is really cool. I like having paladin auras. I feel like that's one of the unique things that paladins have always had, and now they're getting it back.
2 were passive in retail. Right? No,
You
I
got-
gotta turn on the retail.
Wait, what?
I'm actually done playing this poop class.
They're useless
Oh, I love
auras?
this class. Blizzard. They don't do anything for the class.
Okay, so here's the warlock. So shouldn't he try to kill the Warlock? I don't know. Maybe not. So we'll watch one game and then we'll move on.
There's no reason I need to keep doing anything. I'm just gonna pop my tools.
So it's just instant broke and he's just...
I'm gonna heal myself.
And the other group's at full health. Is this a rep house? Dude, are these what reps are supposed to be now? Oh my god. Look at him. He's running.
This makes me not want to play.
The 10-second route. Oh my god. Wow.
Okay, going back to stupid
Wow.
This is a debate.
That is fucking sad, man.
This trap. So like, oh, we're giving class abilities back. People are excited.
Yeah.
There's nothing to be excited about. These are globals, and if you press these to change, you cannot press any ability. In retail, we have Crusader Aura and Retribution Aura passively. However, in here, they're debating us, acting like they give us 2 keys. I mean, they did give us 2 keys and 2 globals.
They shouldn't be on the global cooldown. Why have them be on the global cooldown? Yeah, just have them off the global cooldown. Like, I don't understand. Like, the GTD shit that Blizzard is, like, so strongly fucking against. I don't understand this. Like, the fucking GCD, putting everything on a GCD. Like, I don't know who they're, like, are they trying to make sure that, like, the boomerist boomer can play the game? Like, holy shit, man.
Like, why?
Yeah, resistance aura, that would be fucking
Now
cool.
when we speed,
That'd be really fucking cool.
I don't know what to do.
I love that, man. It's too bad it's probably not happy.
Yo.
Big talk.
Yeah,
We'll watch.
I know there's a lot of people that watch me for Red Paladin, but...
So he's just sad. He's just fucking sad, man. Alright, let's see Savage 1v1 let's see him 1v1 a Shadow Priest. Here we go.
Alright.
Ray Priest.
Let's do it. I can't beat Ed Bonnie on my red. I don't know if I can beat this.
Okay, here we go. Alright, good start. This is good.
Big stun.
Big
popping
stun.
my wing,
Big damage.
popping my Avengers.
Big damage.
Damaging.
There it is, he ran away.
Can't get in this.
Oh, he's getting kited.
Mind game thing.
I don't know why it's flying in. It might be his.
Dying.
Uh-oh, he got feared away.
Zero cast.
Playing mind games
First
on him.
cast. I'm half health already. I'm
Wait.
spamming Water Glory heals.
Oh my.
There's absolutely nothing. I have to bubble myself.
Jesus.
Here's what I think, Blizzard. There's millions of things I want to ask for Red Paladin, but
Yeah?
I was in a call with the squad, with the Uther's Gathering. Everything Prop Paladin has is what a Red Paladin wants. If you play as a Red, you don't have any defensives against casters, right?
Yeah? Alright.
But as a Prop Paladin, you have Spell Warding. Alright? Grants immunity to magical damage. When you
I don't like immunities. I don't like immunities at all. I feel like immunities in the game are boring. What I think they should do is they should give them spell warding, but make it to where spell warding makes it to where they can't have dots on them. So it doesn't matter, like you can still take magic direct damage, but you can't have a dot put on you or something like that. To me personally, like just giving somebody an immunity is lazy and boring. I don't like that at all. Same thing. No, it's not.
This is amazing.
Evocation locks?
In
Yeah.
WoD, we had Divine Protection.
Or like you can't be
which
kited
is
effectively.
40% magical damage. Right now, Red Paladins are punching bags,
Yes.
and we literally get trained by everyone when we play Arena because they're the squishiest class. And not only that, when we fight caster, we just have nothing, like no defensive against casters.
Not
Yes, we
surprised
have
there.
bubble, but this is a 5-minute cooldown.
That's a long time.
Whenever we meet a caster, it's like a counter.
Yeah, there's no way.
Also, this is what a red paladin should have. Divine Steed lasts 2 seconds longer, and while active, you become immune to movement interference. Like, why doesn't red have this?
So I'm not a fan of the knockback with Divine Steed, but for prop paladins, but I think the rest of it, giving it to, I don't know, like, because is that too much mobility? Oxygen Trash and Solo PvP 2, it's not a proper test. Well, it's impossible to know everything. But I do think that, like, obviously, if you have a class like this, it just gets hard countered by, like, more than one class in the game. That's a problem. Like, a hard counter about, like, you know, versus any caster, like what he's saying here, is really, really bad. Yeah, it's really, really bad. I think it should just get better at the game. This is one of the best rep paladins in the world. This is a rank 1 player, multi-gladiator player. I don't really think that's relevant in this conversation.
Prot has it, but not red.
Yeah.
I feel like this should be passive, to be honest. Let's take our bonds. This should be a passive for red. I remember I had to make a video, like, a great video complaining because Blizzard didn't want to give us Cavalier baseline. But we didn't even have, like, 1 steed. We had talented to get 1 steed.
Yeah, the talent into the
But they
steed!
changed that
Oh,
to 2
no.
steed because I kept crying about it.
Wow.
This is probably the last time.
That sucks, dude.
I'm gonna cry for Red Paladins.
Why
Another
is
thing
that?
that I like from
So he's actually quitting.
all over ground.
He is actually quitting Red Paladin.
It removes
Oh
all
my god. Wow.
On the reds, we don't have
I feel kind of bad.
and no defense.
It's like the end of an era almost.
0. And right now for
Fuck.
melee, that's good.
It's like you're supposed to play DK.
I know people complain that we have SOV and bubble, but dude, Rogue has like something way more than bubble. This is a 2-minute cooldown and a 2-minute cooldown. My
Yeah.
dodge is increased by.
So let me see what.
Rogue of Shadow makes me immune to spells.
So let's see what it's like playing as a rogue.
In 1 week, while I
Okay.
suffered 2 months.
So this
of
is him
grinding
playing as a
on my
rogue.
red to hit black. Like it just shows how bad reds are.
So he's just killing him. Oh, it's a 2v1. Okay. So we just killed the first guy? That's pretty good. Alright.
Yeah, if I was on my red, I
at that.
swear to the Lord, I would not. But on my road, I'm gonna win because my slice and dice heals more than Mortal Glory.
Wait, what?
It just doesn't make sense, man. I don't know. The
Slice
thing
and
is
dice heals for more than Word of Glory.
Like, I don't know why
Look
I
at
always
he's
say
destroying
red.
this guy.
Complain.
God damn!
Sucks. Like, I don't know, Blizzard.
What the
Any
fuck,
other cards
dude?
I play, I get glad on instantly. If I
Oh
play
my
a
god.
red, I have to play almost all season.
This is crazy.
to get glad. That's what I'm trying to say. Blizzard, like, come on.
Wow.
What I would have loved Blizzard to improve on.
Alright, I'm gonna move to the end of the video. We're just gonna see what he has to say about this, okay? Because obviously I do feel kind of bad for Savage. I mean, I felt the same way with my warrior in the beginning of the round. Like my warrior just sucked. I was really annoyed by that. Don't skip. Okay, I won't skip.
In WoD, I remember Malika had these interviews. Like, I believe in this promise. They made a promise saying if the honor talents are bad, they're going to revamp it, they're going to change it throughout the whole
The Hunter
season.
Talent's fundamentally
And
bad.
if a class stays bad, like they're going to change it, make it better throughout the whole.
What if a class stays good and dominant throughout the entire expansion and is capable of tanking damage and standing completely out in the open while receiving damage from everybody in the party and simultaneously being able to heal that damage and also hit the people that they're attacking for over 200,000 with one attack? What about that? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure what class is that again? I don't even remember, dude. Oh, dude, it's so hard to keep up with all of them, man.
Season, but that was such a BS.
Yeah.
If your class stayed bad, it stayed bad the whole expansion. And
Yeah.
that is not how you should develop a game.
That's true.
I always show you guys this chart too. This
Oh, yeah.
just shows if your class is not up here, it means your class is bad.
Yeah.
Maybe that's not true. Maybe like 1% or 2% of your class might be up in the ladder, but that doesn't mean it's good. Like here you see Holy Paladin, Destruction Law, Rogue, Mage. I don't know. Like classes like Demo Locks, Red Paladin.
Yeah, Demo Locks is just like way more overrepresented.
You name it. Those downgraded classes.
This is crazy.
Those classes
Look
should
at
get
this.
changes and should be better.
Oh my god.
Shouldn't just stay dead. Because if you want to make a good game, you gotta keep updating, you gotta keep balancing, you gotta get it close as possible. Get it.
I don't think it's really a matter of like having a perfect game, right? It's just a matter of like giving each class their time in the sun where they're good and like rebalancing more regularly. So it's one thing if like a class is like really strong for a while, but the problem is like if classes are really strong for like an entire expansion. And it's like in like let's say like Cataclysm or in this Pandaria or like in Wrath, like one class would be really good for one season, and then it wouldn't be as good for the next season. It would still be okay, but it wouldn't be as good. So I think like nowadays their nerfs and the buffs are like way too strong. And that's what happens, is that you just have like one class go from being like completely dominant to being completely dog shit, or vice versa.
Yeah. Right?
There's never like any nuance around the balance, it seems. It's just like the change. Wait, look at this damage! Holy fuck, man! This rogue is a god! Well, who is this? Who is this guy?
That's one more.
Dude, who is this rogue?
Oh, Paladin, by the way.
This guy's so fucking good. He's look at all that damage. He's fighting two guys at a
Another thing,
time.
it's gonna take a while to kill this guy. So
Oh my god.
Another thing I want to mention.
Oh, he's a prop paladin.
Reza will cut 1 CC.
I want to say again, I say this every time that I see a tank in an arena. I don't think that there is no positive that you get out of having tanks in arena. Like, there is a universal fucking negative to having tanks in arena. I think they are dog shit. They just make the match worse and more annoying for the other team, and they should not be able to queue into arena, period. Like, it's just, there's no reason for it.
Rogues have what?
Like tanking, you play a tank to hold aggro on mobs. There's no aggro in PvP. There's no reason to play a tank. It's just fucking dumb. It's always frustrating to play against a tank.
On top of that, like I could just spam it. Ready? Watch.
Okay, here we go.
Cheap shot.
So he just stuns
in the
him,
world.
and then he
Cheap
just
shot.
stuns him again?
With
Wait,
the most
oh,
damage, I
he's
can do
dead.
another cheap shot.
Oh, he's just dead. Okay, then
If
never
I
mind.
wanted to.
Yeah, look at that.
On
Some
my
tanks
rest,
can 2v1. Yeah, because they're broken. You can't really balance them in the right way. It
It's
shouldn't be in
just
PvP.
really upsetting, man. I hope maybe Blizzard has like a rework plan for Red Paladins, but if not, I just want to throw my voice out there, Blizzard. All the Red players are really sad. I want to continue Red guys,
Not all of
but
them.
there's just no hope.
I mean, like, I'm sure McConnell's very happy with Reds and Shadowlands, and so, yeah, it's completely okay. Maybe it's just Savix. Maybe it's only Savix that's bad, and every other Red Paladin has just learned what Savix can't understand. Maybe that's really what it is. That's gotta be it, guys. All of them? Listen, like, as a warrior, warriors and Red Paladins are natural rivals. So anytime a Red Paladin gets fucked, because I play a warrior, the first thing that I think of is like, you know, like that's the first thing that I think of. But it does kind of suck. Okay, to be fair, it does kind of suck whenever you look at it abstractly.
I want to rework, but that's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
I would like different fun talents, but that's not gonna happen.
Why would you want fun talents?
Imagine if they added execute sentinels. It doesn't do this extra 30% damage, 20% damage, but imagine if you do the first one with damage, if you click it again, you teleport onto the target. Like from Heroes of the Storm.
Oh.
I feel like there's so many creative ways to add in fun and new abilities, but
That would be cool. That actually would be cool. I like that.
so beautiful and handsome, and I love them.
Yeah, that would be cool.
And Cavalier, I hate you guys for adding this.
I mean, it's kind of a blank. I'm
So
not a
one of
big
the
fan
Draenor,
of it.
we have
It's
Pursuit of
okay.
Justice, Long Arm of the Law, and then Speed of Light. Speed of Light is basically Cavalier, but better.
So this is the priest that he fought. Wait, what? Wait, what? He's out of stealth. How the fuck is he gonna stab him? Okay. Subterfuge? Oh, Shadow Dance. Right, okay. Right, okay, yeah, because he was out of stealth, but the priest is still out of combat. Okay, I see now. I haven't played Rogues a lot, in like a long time. Wait, so this guy's just
Gonna teleport? Well, I'm right behind you.
this is the same guy
About to die.
that just completely dumpstered his ret.
What is
This is the exact same guy that just dumpstered his ret, and now he gets under Rogue and he just beats him 100-0.
class?
Nothing personnel, dude.
And it's just not rogues
Yeah.
out here. There are other many good classes, as well as other bad classes like red.
Yeah.
You shouldn't stay like this. Come on, bros. Okay, last
Oh,
one.
you
out.
know, they don't
Last one. out. Last one. Like,
Okay.
fucking hate you.
What is it?
Okay, we had Long Arm of the Law. We had Pursuit of Justice.
Yeah.
And then we had Speed of Light. I remember it was like
That makes sense.
Yeah, that did. In what world? Why did you guys give us speed? Like, I think you guys wanted to call me Diablo. Diablo has 10 times better speed. Diablo
Yeah.
has like golden speed that destroys everything on the path. I think Blizzard just wanted to add like.
I wish we had this. Yeah, I don't blame you.
I don't know.
This shit was fucking awesome.
Every rep paladin play hates this. There's no rep paladin play that likes.
I'm not a rep out. I think they're cool. Wait, in a call with #1 Mythic Raiders / rank 1 Rep Paladins, Avenge, Narcoes, Pikachu, Savix. Say Ann McConnell? I don't know. I'm just saying. But listen, I think that the idea of getting on the horse is really cool. Like, the idea of it is cool, but it does seem like they kind of just put it in the game because Crusaders had it in the album. That's definitely true.
The horse run, dude.
I probably hate the horse so much.
Oh no.
You look like a pussy when you're running.
Yeah, it's like a giant.
Yeah.
You're meant to get a pencil and you're running.
Wait, is this what Rep Paladins do? They all just get in a call together and watch their Rep Paladin? Like, I guess this must be a big deal for them, right? It's like whenever you have like you live in a small town and your fucking small time high school ends up making it to fucking state, and like everybody from that small town shows up to watch them in state because it's the first time since 1953 that it happened. And it's like, that's the first fucking thing I think of. Yeah, it's a therapy session. Yeah, they have to have a therapy session for themselves every single time one of them appears in an arena in a PvP fucking tournament because they know what's gonna happen. Says the warrior? Well, that's what it is. They fucking get a support group. Oh my
Like,
god.
If you want to someone, it's like the most obvious shit
Yeah,
ever.
it's
Like,
the
oh,
most
yes, right.
It's
It's so
like,
apparent.
make it more obvious.
You know how much this
Does Jamal know how to counter the Steve Diesel? Yeah, of course they do.
is.
It's just a movement speed.
Everybody gets you on the shit.
Okay, this is what we have. The 3 cannons from Watt. These are amazing mobility cannons. Why did you remove it? I think Judgment was like 4 second, 5 second cooldown. Now it's like what, 9 second? Judgment was really quick on the cooldown. And every time we put Judgment, we would get 45% movement speed.
Yeah.
Right? This is what we would always win.
Dude, this was such a good fucking. This was such a good counter. This was an incredibly well designed counter. So you had like the 3 movement speed goals. You had on-demand movement speed that you needed and you could activate whenever you wanted. You had movement speed that's a proc based off of the damage that you deal to your target. And you also have baseline movement speed that's available all the time, that's active all the time, that's scales up based off of holy power. This was so well designed. This was like, and you could design it based off of what your playstyle is. Are you an idiot? Well, then go with Pursuit of Justice. Are you, going for like quick kills? Then go Speed of Flight. Do you want to have higher uptime in general? Then go Long Dick of the Law. And so it depends on what you want to go with, and then you would pick one of the choices. This was a great fucking talent tree. It was great. I don't know why they changed it. It was perfect. The nation takes Speed of Light for almost every encounter. Long views. So yeah, every encounter. Like, in my opinion, when we're talking about PvP, yes, obviously in raids you're going to have a certain degree of what do you call it? What's the word for it? Where you of min-maxing and like kind of cookie cutter. But in PvP, each one of these had a choice. Like, which one would I go with? I would go with probably Long Arm of the Law or Pursuit of Justice. I would not go for Speed of Light in PvP. I would go for one of the other. And I think that's what makes it good.
Sometimes we do Pursuit of Justice along with. Oh, they don't have it here. This is for Holy. Well, there was a talent called Empowered Seal.
Sometimes I go back and look at my old talents and I get
that
depressed.
makes you go faster. That, with Pursuit of Justice,
Unsaid.
makes you have almost permanent. What was it? 30%? 40%?
I hated this.
And you were just a Lamborghini.
Yeah, I hated
On
it.
top of that,
It made me so mad.
double freedom and enhanced pit and never get slowed. So these two are beautiful.
So it's like, in my mind, I always thought that like so each different melee class would have a different like gap closer. So warriors always had charge. They could charge to their target, they could intercept to their target, they could intervene to their friendly target that's near their target. DKs were really slow, but they have a ton of defenses, and they also cannot be slowed because they have death evades. So they walk very slow, but that slow pace is hard to be reduced. And then you have rep paladins who can run faster, and they can also have like bursts of speed, but in general they didn't have as many slows. And then yes, DKs also had death grip as well. And then you had feral druids that could run really fast, and they didn't really have a slow, so they got effective claws where it was. But they were also not slow, but they could move very, very fast. So I felt like every class had like their own niche. DKs move slow, people use it, and they move slow. Warriors could charge. Red Paladins move faster, and they could also cleanse their movement. Feral druids were kind of the same. And now it just feels like it's a fucking garbled up mess. Enhance? Oh, well, enhanced shamans respect the element, or actually better yet, resto, and then they can heal the real melee classes.
You never ever played Speed of Light, but then, you know what Blizzard does? Take this out of the game, take this out of the game, gives us Speed of Light, but a gangster version that lasts 3 seconds. Same cooldown, 45 seconds, lasts for 8 seconds. This is honestly 10 times better than this. And that was
So what they're doing in Shadowlands is they're trying to make it to where, so like remember in Classic WoW or like BC, warriors and other melee classes were not designed or balanced around having 100% uptime. Other melee classes were balanced around having like, I don't know, somewhere around like 40 to 65% uptime. So what they have now is they're trying to go back to that in Shadowlands, where the melee classes are not balanced around having full uptime. But the issue is that the damage isn't balanced around that. So if you want to balance a class around not having full uptime, you have to make the class do more damage than the classes that do have full uptime. That's the way that it works. Red Paladin has huge fucking damage now, they patched it, well, we'll see.
talent that we never played with. Whose idea was this? On top of that, we don't have an emancipate, we have 1 freedom.
That's not
So
good.
this is what we had and why. Divine Protection. Spell reduces magical damage by 40%.
Yep.
For 10 seconds. I would rather have this bag than this little trash. This was OP at the start of Legion, I think. It used to like one-shot people.
Yeah.
Plaguelands,
That's a bit.
yeah,
we watched the
like
right
a
towards the end.
Thorns version of Thorns. nobody's even afraid of this. Like when we pop this, they should stop hitting us, right? And you know what? They just like slap it 2 times and boom, it's gone. Like,
Well, the problem is like Shield of Vengeance is really strong in duels, and so Shield of Vengeance changes the way that you approach a duel. But in my opinion, I don't think Shield of Vengeance should split damage on multiple targets. I don't think that it should, because I think that there is an extra skill cap of standing and actually proccing the Shield of Vengeance inside of what do you call it? Like inside of a PvE encounter. So like let's say you taunt a mob to break your shield of vengeance whenever you're doing an AoE pull. That's fucking awesome. What the fuck? It doesn't split damage? Yes it does. We literally watched a video about that yesterday. We were trying to get everyone to abandon and hate paladins in preparation for a light antagonist-oriented expansion. Well yeah, we did find out that Uther was just a conniving bitch. So what a surprise there. And please know that's why Touch of Karma is toxic for Windwalker. Okay, that's a good counter argument. I could see that. I don't know. I just feel like having it proc in that way could be cool. And actually, I don't know. Like, would that work the same way in? But is that bad though for Windwalkers to want to maximize Touch of Karma damage by taking damage in a PvE encounter? Is that actually a bad mechanic? So like, I've always believed, you know, this is a warrior perspective, okay? Berserker swords. Stand in fire, you take damage on purpose to get more rage. I thought that was fucking cool. I really did. I thought that was really fucking cool. Now maybe monks don't like it. That's fine. But for me, as a warrior, like I thought that was really fun. I loved it, man.
if I fight a druid and they pop doors, I have to get off of them, right?
No, you don't have to get all of them. Trust me.
If I pop Shield of Vengeance, I'm not even afraid of it.
Well, the reason why we're not afraid of it is it lasts too long. The thing is, like, Shield of Vengeance lasts like 30 seconds right now in game. Like, I'm pretty sure it doesn't last like a huge amount of time, right? It's like 15 or 20 seconds. 15 seconds? Yeah, that's way too long. That's way too fucking long. I thought it was 30. Never mind. Yeah, it's way too long. Like, make Shield of Vengeance last less amount of time, make it stronger, and then people will stop attacking, and it will be a better ability overall.
He's like, well, you guys have heal.
Yeah, I think that would be a better solution.
You can get interrupted, dampening doesn't help at all. Like other classes having an ability to press, taking less damage or less magic.
A sword is cool.
That doesn't get affected by dampening. But
Oh,
our
yeah.
heal gets affected by dampening.
That's
you
a
go
really good
boom,
point.
It heals for nothing. And what a glory, man. What? It costs
Yeah.
3 holy powers.
Alright, he's gonna use it. Oh, ooh. Wait, what
Okay,
was
Let me
that?
get it straight. Let me get. What? It costs 3
Oh
holy
no,
powers.
look at that little... That's like one tick of out of combat mana regeneration. That's like one little tick. Oh my god, dude. This is so sad.
Okay, let me get it straight. Let me get it
Poor
straight.
guy wasn't...
People complain saying West have big heals. That's why they're move defensive.
They don't have that many
Warlock, they have soul leech, a passive absorb.
Yeah.
They just get it constantly.
They do whatever they
Passive
want.
absorb. Me, I have to cast it and use mana, but then other classes they just have passive heal. Which is like 10 times better than ours.
Yep.
You know what? I'm done complaining. I'm not complaining and right now. Okay, this is my final decision.
Okay,
This
here we
class, this is the very start. My whole YouTube channel is a pawn or paladin. Do I want to leave it? I don't. I love this class. But every time I play it, it's unfun. Does Blizzard change or help? They don't. I think I suffered long enough. It's time to move. It's time to change. I'm just done with this class. If they don't make a rework or just big changes, I'll just play it as alt. I won't main it. I'm not gonna quit forever.
Wow.
I'll just play it as alt and I'll just main another character.
Dude, I remember this happened to me in WPC. It was one time, there's a very clear memory in my mind. I was doing an Arathi Basin, and I was going from stables to mines, and a warlock started attacking me from blacksmith. It was somewhere right there in the middle of those three different things on a crossroads, you know, fighting in the middle, not on the nose. That's what I was doing. And so I started fighting this warlock, and I was attacking him, and I was hitting him for like 200. And his dots were hitting me for 300. And his dots were also healing him for 300. And I fight this warlock, and the warlock, at the end of the fight, has more health than he had at the beginning of it. And I thought to myself, you know what? I think I'm playing the wrong class. So I went right there that day. That was the day that Crack Monkey was born. And I made Crack Monkey, and I leveled him all the way up to 70, and I played him instead. And it was soul destroying, man. Like, you should never put people in a place where they feel like they have to re-roll because their class is that fucking bad, man. Yeah, I made him.
Guess what?
What?
That's how he feels right now, don't you, Sex?
Yes, that's how I feel.
Is this another
And that's how we felt for a long time now. Okay? Like, how long has Red been bad, Sex?
That is up and down, but probably the whole expansion. Yeah.
So it's been bad the whole expansion.
In season 1, well, we're seeing like a big cycle right now where they just buff our damage.
Yeah.
That's not what we really asked for.
Okay.
If they just buff our damage, our class will turn into just the R ward. And they're gonna say, oh, there's the biggest damage, there's no problem with this, right?
Yeah, makes
But
good
then,
videos.
yeah, and then, yeah, you can make good videos, but I don't know, if they just buff damage, in my video I never talk about buffing damage, the utility is what we're asking
Yeah,
for.
yeah.
But if they just throw us a little bone and give us damage, it doesn't fix anything for us.
So you feel like they're making too much of a blast cannon?
That's not anything bad, but
Where's the
that's not
cannon?
right for...
When
blast.
When's that come into the equation there?
But we did get a tiny bit of damage in BFA right now.
Yeah.
Or no, Shadowlands, sorry. But I don't know, that's not gonna solve it.
Another problem is people just see it coming. Like, you have all this damage because people can just like fucking
Because they see the
cloak
wings
it
up, and so
or
they just move
use
away.
CDs. Yeah.
Okay, it's predictable.
Especially the horse. The horse is like, if you want to do any sort of switch,
Yeah.
it's so obvious because you got a fucking freedom, then you got a horse, then you got to fucking, you know, suck them off, like, etc. You know what I mean?
I guess so, yeah. It's like, so is it any better now since you made the video, Savix?
They give us a damage buff and our Word of Glory heals a lot more if we talent into something.
Okay.
But, like, you know, we have that old school boomer Red Paladin group that watch like old Red Paladin videos and get depressed. You know we have that group, right?
What?
I mean, okay, in that group,
No, what would explain this?
nobody's happy about the damage buff because it's just gonna nerf us to the ground in season 1. And it'll be like a repeat of BFA. But at the start of BFA, we had really big damage.
Yeah.
And then everyone's like, oh no, Reds are one-shotting, so they need to nerf it. And then it got nerfed.
Right.
After that, it just stayed nerfed all months.
So they just nerfed the class and they haven't really gotten anything out of it ever since. They were really good at the beginning, then they got nerfed and they stuck to the entire rest of the expansion. Is that pretty good?
Exactly. That's what we're afraid of right now too, because if they just give us damage, that's what's gonna happen. Because right now they just buff their damage, and everyone's gonna say, oh no, Reds are broken one-shotting, and then it's gonna get our damage nerfed, and we're gonna stay nerfed all the time.
So you have a problem with the survivability they have, or the utility?
Yes, the survivability. We don't have anything to fight against cats.
So how would you feel if they gave you spell warding, but instead of making you immune to magic, it just made you immune to receiving debuffs? Do you think that would be enough?
I wouldn't mind any like defensive cooldown against caster. Because right now if we meet any double caster, we're just punching bags and it's a hard counter.
I think the shield is the worst, most embarrassing part.
Yeah. I mentioned that like we would like divine purpose back instead of shield.
What is divine purpose again?
It reduces 40% magic damage.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And then when we have Shield of Vengeance, and that gets affected by dampening as well. And I think the Blizzard's issue right now is they want Red Paladins to survive just by healing. And it is a really good defense of having a lot of heal, but in arena tournaments, like how long are the tournaments, right? It always ends on
like,
dampening.
Yeah, I don't know actually. It was like 8 to 13 minutes, I would say.
Yeah, it's really long, and when dampening comes in, all these heals are irrelevant. It doesn't do anything.
So you think that like dampening affects Ret Paladins more than, let's say, it would affect some other class?
Yeah, like if I played Demon Hunter, if I pop Blur or Darkness, I take less damage, like 30%, 40% flat no damage.
Yeah.
My healing is just gets nerfed because of that. And then the survivability doesn't help out.
What do you think, Narcles? Red Valley.
Oh my god, are you just inviting all of us? Yo, Adam, we're sorry. We're not like.
It's okay.
I didn't even want to do this, I promise. Mukana just made me come in here.
Go ahead.
He like dragged me in here. I was like, I don't want to bother.
I absolutely did. Shut the fuck up.
Go ahead.
Alright, go ahead, Narcles.
So
Now, Narcles, who are you? Who are you? Who?
Who?
Exactly, who? I think that's the big one, dude. I don't know, I read an echo, dude.
there you go. So you read an echo? Okay. And so you come from a more PvE perspective. So how do you feel about how red is for PvE?
It's so cool that that's the problem right now. The same as it is pretty much live.
Okay.
Just big cooldown dependent, high burst, and then you're useless for like a minute.
Yeah, big time useless. You know, dude, tell him about Crusader Strike. Tell him about Crusader Strike.
Dude, in my only, not even like fucking damage number, dude. It actually does 2 DPS pressing that button.
Because it's a builder. That's what Blizzard does now. Like all the builder abilities are just fucking.
Why does it have 2 charges? Why does it have 2 charges? It does no damage. It's literally half of a percent of my damage.
That does sound pretty fucking bad.
Yeah, and then Judgment is like 2%, and then Blade like 3%. Yeah, nice, dude.
It's
And then
literally
Tempest Warring like 60%.
a waste of global in my opinion. Like, you know how to get range you guys use like Mortal Strike or Colossal Strike?
Yeah.
But Crusader Strike does nothing. It's like, I don't know why it's there.
I actually have no idea what it is.
Well, it gives you holy power, right? That's the goal.
It does like 200 damage in, what is it, Shadowland right now?
Jesus, 200 damage.
It's so bad.
Doesn't the Warlock's dots ticking on you for more than 200 damage?
It takes for like 1,500, man.
Oh my god.
And then think about this. A consecration, if something stands in it for the entire time, does less damage.
Wait, what?
Yup.
Wait, can you explain that a little bit more?
Well, the full consecration time, if a bot stands in your consecration for the entire time, and you press 1 Crusader Strike, it's the same damage. So that's how bad consecration is. And then Blizzard gave it to us, and we're like, why?
Wait, so you're saying that like you have the entire consecration, and then the entire like what is it, 8 seconds stuff?
12? I don't know how long it is.
So what does it take for? Like 30?
It's so low, my add-on doesn't even show it. That's how low it is, yeah.
But then again, that's a tuning issue that can be addressed, but it does nothing to address like any technical shit, like the fact that we have no mobility, or the fact that we're relying on cooldown or whatever.
Honestly, if they just gave us some defensive to fight against Magical and give us any bit of mobility, that's like all we could ask for.
I feel kind of bad for you guys, honestly.
You should. Everybody should be feeling bad for Red because you know what's going to happen to Red. What's going to happen to Red in Shadowlands is exactly what happened to Enhancement the entirety of BFA. It was a dog shit spec. Nobody fucking played it. It was completely embarrassing to even see them on the battlefield or in PvE.
Yeah, you don't want that.
They're a useless dog shit. It's a useless dog shit spec that nobody respects.
I said this last time we talked, there's no point for you to play Red Pal and PP next expansion because Glad is account wide. Why would you not just play the meta? And Red is literally like the lowest.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Like I always
so
get
you don't even
glad of
wanna
my
play
Red. Yeah, like I always get glad of my Red, but why should I struggle to find teammates
It's
when I can literally just log my rogue? Like it makes no sense.
yeah.
I just logged my rogue during Glad in 2 days, done.
Oh my god, that's kind of sad. So,
Yeah.
so apparently there was like the rogue was like overpowered though because of like a bug though. That's what people are saying, like a slice and dice like
Yeah,
healing
well,
bug.
Slice and dice healing is gone right now. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a conduit. They added it in by mistake when it's not even in the conduit. It heals us anyways. But now it's
Yeah.
fixed. It does no heal. But we're still really strong. And the thing is, like, the class is strong. It has mobility. It has defensive. It has multiple CC.
Well, rogue is a toolkit for rogue is what makes it strong. Yeah, damage is
Yeah.
kind of relevant most of the time.
Yeah.
For rogue, like rogue mage is just strong as a toolkit. So
It's
That's what I
just,
don't get though. Like,
I
a
feel-
class, if it has a lot of CC, it should be good with that scenario, right? But
Yeah.
this class has everything. It has damage, CC, and everything.
I feel kind of
If it
sad
has
about
CC, it shouldn't
watching
have too much
this.
CC.
Like, he's running you down, and you're doing everything that you can to avoid it,
oh,
and
don't
he's
even
not he's not even trying.
Relax.
He's like, look at he pops Shield of Vengeance. He's just like fucking desperately trying to heal, while the dots are just kicking him down from around the pillar. He's trying to line of sight this guy, and it doesn't even make a difference.
Look at this.
Oh,
He goes
look
for
at
the
that
gun,
amazing
and then he
defensive
just
cooldown, by
fucking
the way.
dies.
Look at this insane defensive cooldown, dude. Shield of Vengeance, great. Did absolutely
Jesus.
nothing.
That's just it's.
I'm telling you, Rhett is on the brink.
Well, the problem is
Extinction.
they keep giving stuff to holy paladins and prot paladins,
Yeah.
and they
I
kind of
know.
forget about red paladin.
Dude, the
That's the problem.
prop paladin talents. Oh my god, bro.
Yeah, dude,
So-
give us like a couple of their abilities, dude.
So you guys just want prop paladin abilities, basically.
I mean, we would like
Extra
our own,
ability.
but we're trying to make
Well-
it easier for Blizzard because it's easier to
Yeah.
just copy paste in, right? They're not gonna do the work, or they don't
That
want
is
to.
true. Yeah, I could probably assume that. That's probably true.
So we're asking for like the easiest things.
You might be curious as to why I got Savix, one of the best PvPers in here, Rep PvPers,
Okay.
and Arthur's here, okay?
Yeah.
I have been working on what Savix is called an Uther's Gathering, okay, of Ret Paladins. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get the best Ret Paladins that I know of, aside from me because I suck. In this group,